Winter brings cold temperatures across the northern part of our country. Many birds have already flown south. Now the last few are on the way too. Some animals stay in the north during the winter months. They have a thick coat of hair to keep warm, but food is hard to find. The fields are deserted. Only a few ears of corn were missed in the harvest. The rest of the grain is safely stored away in the granary. Snow brings much-needed moisture to the soil. The farm machinery is all put away. Food-producing activities seems to have stopped. Yet in the winter, in the northern states and Canada, grocery store produce counters look rich. Almost every fruit and vegetable grown is available. How is this possible in the cold, snowy winter? In the southwest, the weather remains warm in winter. The flowers are blooming and growing. In fact, there is warm weather all year round, and this means the rich valley fields can produce crops in summer and in winter. These fields have been cultivated and are almost ready for a new winter planting. Fertilizer is added from an airplane. Large irrigation systems bring a dependable water supply to the growing crops. This way, the crops will continue to grow even if it doesn't rain. Good soil, fertilizer, water, and energy from sunlight all combine to make the plants grow quickly. During the winter growing season, many different vegetables grow in the fields. Artichokes grow throughout the fall, winter, and spring. It isn't long until the crops are ready for picking. Broccoli is just one of the many crops produced in the southern and southwestern United States. The large seed heads are cut from the plant with knives. The workers are careful not to damage the plant, so more broccoli will grow on it. Some farms grow tomatoes. They too must be picked by hand to prevent damage to the soft fruit. Tomatoes are shipped directly to stores. Even stores in the far north receive fresh tomatoes grown in the south during the winter. Onions are another crop that is harvested by hand. Carrots, however, are dug up and loaded by machine, like corn and soybeans, rather than by hand, like onions, broccoli, and tomatoes. Near the farms, open produce markets display the many kinds of fresh fruit and vegetables grown throughout the winter months. Across the extreme southern states, because of the warm climate, rainfall, and abundant sunlight, oranges, grapefruit, and other citrus fruits are grown. There are many different kinds of oranges. Oranges are picked by hand. The bags of oranges are emptied into boxes and loaded into trucks. One by one, the oranges accumulate until they fill many large trucks. Orange and grapefruit trees are grown so they can be harvested over several months' time. This makes fresh oranges available in stores in every state for many months. The huge orchards keep a steady supply of oranges arriving at the processing plant. Many oranges will be made into orange juice and canned, but many more will be boxed fresh and loaded onto trucks that carry them to markets all over the country. Large refrigerated trucks and railroad cars bring fresh fruits and vegetables to the cold northern states, where food crops cannot be grown outdoors in the winter. Because of this, we have adequate supplies of oranges, celery, lettuce, tomatoes, and other fresh vegetables, even though we live hundreds of miles from the warm, sunny fields in the south where they are grown. Winter continues in the north with everything blanketed by snow. It's too cold to grow things, but has all food production really stopped? Inside the warm farm buildings, chickens are producing eggs. The hens are eating feed prepared from grain crops grown last summer and harvested in the fall. Outdoors, the cattle are eating hay. Hay is last summer's plants, which were harvested in the fall and stored for winter use. This gives the cattle energy they need to give us meat and milk throughout the winter. A few wild birds remain in the north in the winter. They eat seeds and suet that people have put in feeders. Late winter is the time for a special food gathering activity, the collection of maple sap. The tree is tapped by drilling a hole in it and hanging a bucket on it. The sap flows slowly into the bucket. The sap is hauled to the boiler house. Here it is boiled for a long time, driving off the water as steam and leaving pure maple syrup. We put the syrup on pancakes, waffles, and even ice cream. The pancakes are made from eggs, milk, and flour. These are all food products from farms in different parts of the country. Adequate rainfall, warm temperatures, and energy from the sun allow farmers to grow this food and bring it to the stores where we can buy the food we need.